Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, it's here. We have snow. So far, it's not real heavy. It's kind of just sprinkling little pellets. But we're going to have snow for the next 3 days, I think. And it's only 29 degrees right now. Of course, it's early, but it's only going up to 35. So, yuck. Winter is here. It's like the, what is it, Game of Thrones? Winter's coming. I never did finish watching that whole series. Um, I don't know why somehow it got lost in the archives, but I really should start watching it. It was a good show, but they pretty much killed off everybody. So, anyway, I'm sure a lot of you have watched Game of Thrones. All right, cheers. So I'm thinking I'm going to stay home today and start putzing around, getting some things put away, come up with a menu for Christmas Eve. Since I'm going to be having it here, I'm excited about that. So I want to make sure that cleaning is not on my list a couple days before Christmas. I want to make sure that's all done like 3 or 4 days before the actual Christmas. And then I want to pick dishes that I can fix ahead of time. So I think last year I made a ravioli lasagna kind of thing, and everybody liked it. It was easy, and I think I might make that again this year. And that's something that I can put together and stick in the fridge and then just put it in the oven the day of. So those are the kind of dishes that I want to put together so that a couple days before Christmas Eve, we celebrate here in my family on Christmas Eve. And then we celebrate Christmas Day too, but since we're of German descent, we celebrate on Christmas Eve. So anyway, hopefully Christmas will be good this year and we won't have too much snow so people can get around easily. That, I think, is one of the hardest things about Christmas, unless you're homeless, which would be horrible if you lived up here in Ohio. But part of the hardest part is just getting places if it's snowing. And you never know. You always have that, thought in the back of your head, well, I have to go here on this date and I hope it doesn't snow. So yesterday was really nice. Good food. Excuse me. I think I need another sip of coffee. And I have plenty of leftovers for another couple meals. If you haven't tried the mashed potatoes from Gordon Food Services, they're really good. And I've had them a couple times now. So they're really delicious. And I don't know how much they are. I mean, I did not buy them this year, but they were part of the meal. And yeah, they're really, really good. My best friend had told me about them before. She's been buying them because she usually has Thanksgiving at her house, but she's been buying them for, a few years now, and she was always telling me how good they are. So anyway, I haven't been to Gordon Food Services in a long time, or GFS for short. They have a lot of good things there. Their prices are decent, but most of the things that they have are more bulk items. Um, so, you know, sometimes for a single person it's a bit much. But anyway, I'm going to go enjoy my coffee, write a little bit in my journal, and think about my Christmas Eve menu. And I will be back later. All right, well, I just got my Amazon order. I took advantage of some of the Black Friday sales. So let me show you what I got. I got this little, it's a small rechargeable heat gun, and I got it to dry my my watercolors. Now, it's not very powerful, so I have to see if it does the trick. But it was $26.99, so I got that, and it came with the charger, of course, and then it came with a deflector. So I got that, and then got a few other things. I got this oral irrigator for $18.98, and I have a water pick, but you have to plug it in and you have to, you know, fill it up. It's not as compact and as this is. So I paid $18.98 for this, and it's something that I don't always have to put away. I can leave it on the counter. That's what it looks like. And then of course you have the tips that go in there. So I wanted to give that a try because I know I don't use my water pick like I should, because it's just a pain in the butt to get it out and put it away constantly. So I mean, I do that with my appliances too. I like to leave them out, otherwise I won't use them. So I also got some things for my art, since I want to get back into painting. So I got this little kit here for my watercolor painting, and it came with the brushes and this gum eraser, and it's art masking fluid. And it comes with this little bottle with a tip. So in watercolor, you sort of you can mask off. Let's say you wanted to paint a house with the background, you can mask off the house to keep it white. So I got that. I got these watercolor brushes, but I can use them for acrylic too. This was $6.99, and did I say this was $11.99? Well, that's what it was. So I got that. And I got this gold leaf paint. It's water soluble. It's a nice sized container. And I got that for some accents on some of my watercolors. And this was $8.99. And then I got some of this painting tape. And it was 4 rolls for $9.99. And 2 rolls were $7.99, so I figured for $2 more I would get 4 of them. And that's to hold your watercolors on the table or whatever. All right, you need to wait. And then you can also mask it off like a horizon line. So I needed that. Then I got, this was $9.99. And it's a whole kit. It's got the brushes, it's got the paints, and has 24 paint tubes, 12 brushes, a palette, 2 sponges, and 2 painting knives. So for $9.99, that's a pretty good deal. And then I got one more thing here. I got this gouache. I got these gouache paints, and it comes with a tutorial. That's 24 colors, and this is a water-based paint. You can use it like you paint with watercolors. I haven't painted with this before, but I'm excited to try it out. And yeah, that's what I got. So anyway, I figured I might as well take advantage of Black Friday. And of course, there's Cyber Monday coming up if you need anything else. So I've been wanting to get some of this stuff for quite a while. I just didn't. And I figured I might as well just jump in and get what I need. So, all right, well, I gotta go let my little guy out because he's pacing around here. He needs to go out. So I'll be back. All right, well, today I am working on this corner. This is where I film a lot. I watch TV in my chair. And it's kind of like my office / work area. And it's here in my living room. So today I'm working on making this also a painting area, like a little art area where I can do my watercolor or acrylic painting. So I'm organizing some things. I have these little ottomans that I want to put my some of my art supplies in. I have an empty one here, so that way it'll be convenient. And I'm waiting for a little over the chair table from Amazon, and I have my lights here. So I'm just organizing this and making it a more useful area. And like I said, it's in my living room, and the rest of the living room looks fine. So I have a lot of storage in the living room for blankets and all those things. So anyway, that's what I'm working on today, and getting my art supplies put in a neat order. Okay, well, I got these boxes filled up with my painting supplies, and I think it looks okay. And this one down here is on wheels. There's blankets and things in there, so I can move it out very easily. And then this is my desk back there that I have other things stored in. So I think that looks okay. And it'll be functional. And maybe I'll start painting a little bit more, because this is the area where I mostly sit. So I have some books that I need to find a spot for. And I'm trying to get the living room all set up for the holiday, for Christmas. And I want to sort of get everything set up early. That way all I have to do is cook when it gets closer to Christmas Eve. And in here, let me show you what I have in here. So here I have canvas paper, brushes, some paints, just painting supplies. And then over here in this one, I have more painting supplies. So that should be good for quite a while. And it's easy to get to, and it looks okay. It doesn't look cluttered. All right, well, I'm going to get back to it. Yay, all done. Okay, well, I know I've redone this corner a couple times already on the channel, but sometimes it changes because I do different hobbies here. So this is kind of my little office hobby area in the living room. And this is where I spend most of my time, if it's not in the kitchen. So I think that looks pretty good. It's all neat and tidy. And so that is done for the holidays. And I know it's, not perfect, but that's okay. And this is a very multifunctional space. So I'm happy I got that done. Well, I'm sitting here in my nice, cozy, nice and neat corner, having some tea. Cheers. And I'm happy about that. I'm glad I got that done. And over here I have my paints. This is just from Dollar Tree. I picked up some cheap paints from Dollar Tree a while back. So I'm just trying to get everything so that if I'm in the mood, I just have to get a little water and just start painting. So I'm waiting for those little tables. There's 2 in a pack, and it was 2 for $33, which I thought was a really, really good price. So I went ahead and ordered that. I may only use 1 here, but you know, you never know. You can always use a little side table somewhere, depending on what you're doing in your space. So, but they're not coming until Friday. But in the meantime, I do have a little side table here, but the problem with it is it's not high enough. It's very short, so I can't really use it in front of me. It's always to the side. So, and then over here I have my journal. So I have all that handy, and then I also have some blankets over here in case I get chilly when I'm sitting here. So it's all nice and neat. There isn't a bunch of clutter around that doesn't have a home. Now some people might say, oh, I think it looks really cluttered. Well, okay, fine. I like it the way it is. The stuff that I have out is all decoration, and like I've said before, I'm not a minimalist. I'm more of a maximalist, and I like everything that I have out. And when I don't like it, if I get tired of it, I put it in a box. Sometimes I save it, and then I'll bring it out again or use it somewhere else. And sometimes I donate. So that's how I run my space, and I'm pretty happy with it. And all in all, I find my house, for me, it's relaxing. It's cozy and it's relaxing, and I don't need everything bare and you know, everything a bare space. And even in my kitchen, I like having the things that I use, I like having them out instead of always putting things in a cupboard, getting them out, putting them back. Because then I tend to not bother. I tend to not use those things. So it's all right if my mixer's out and my toaster oven is out, and you know, my air fryer, they're all out. So, and that's all right. I don't mind that. It makes things easier for me, and it's not hard to clean. You know, you just kind of either go around them, or you know, every now and then you move them, and it's not a big deal. It doesn't take me long to clean my kitchen, and it doesn't take me long to clean my living room. I usually don't do the whole downstairs in one fell swoop. I'll do one room at a time. You know, like today I did some dusting in the living room and cleaning up where I was here in this little area. And then I might do another area of the living room, you know, in a day or two. So my whole goal with keeping my house in order and relatively clean, I don't need to eat off my floor, is sort of to have a rotating, and I don't have a schedule either. You know, I don't clean this space on Monday and that space on Tuesday. I don't do that. I just I just clean it when it's dirty. So same thing with my laundry. You know, I do my laundry when it piles up and it's time to do laundry. So I kind of go by, I don't go by a schedule. I go by what needs to be done in that certain amount of time. And then, of course, sometimes when I know I'm having company, I like to get it all cleaned up like the week before or several days before, so that I don't feel stressed and I have to do everything all at once. Because, you know, I don't need to do that. I don't work 5 days a week anymore, or 3 days, whatever. So I don't need to get everything done in, 2 or 3 days. So I take my time with what I get done, and I'm perfectly comfortable with it. So anyway, not much else going on today. I did want to get this little area done and cleaned up and find a place for all my new art supplies and my old ones too, so that, like I said, all I have to do is sort of pull something out. Takes me 2 minutes, go get some water and do a little painting. And I'm trying to make it a very relaxing activity rather than, oh, I got to get it perfect. I mean, I'm not a professional artist. I've sold a couple paintings in my lifetime, but in fact, I did have an art business at one time, and I did sell, I don't know, 2 or 3 paintings, and I gave a couple away as gifts. But my main thing was my jewelry that I used to make, and I did pretty well with that. I mean, I wasn't a full-time jewelry artist, but I did enjoy that, and I would like to start going back to doing more artistic things, because I find that very fulfilling, and I find that very relaxing, as long as I don't get too focused on perfection and just kind of do it for the sake of doing it. So, all right, my friends, well, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.